Hello, welcome back to Movie Reviews. This episode will be about Exit Wounds from 2001. And in my mind, it is the last best Steven Seagal film ever. Note taken? Not sure? So Exit Wounds is, in my mind, the last best Seagal film of his career, very much. In my opinion, it is. Mainly because it was released in theatres. It wasn't released on straight to DVD like in his later part in his career, which has been totally sort of watering his career down slightly. It's got a nice little cast, of course. You have DMX, rapper DMX, Anthony Anderson, Michael J. White. No, I think it's Isaac Washington. Yes, Isaac Washington. I think Michael J. White's in this film as well. Yeah, I think so. And it's basically a police. It's a corrupt police story very much. Doing the same Detroit, and it all goes nicely. It's all it's basically do with corruption and society going around and between and maybe a little bit of racial conflict as well in this film, which is quite nice. As Seagal, who plays, was it Oren Boyd or Boyd, very much does a very nice job. Probably one of his a very good, interesting performance because obviously he's a cop who helped down helped with the president or prevent the assassination of the mayor in the beginning of the film, and obviously he's been disowned slightly. He's been going to like classes, like sort of like rehab type classes, counselling classes very much, and obviously he still kicks a lot of butt. He does. He still gets he still fights down. DMX, of course, who was a famous rapper at the time, actually does a decent job. He does a decent job. I can't remember the name of the character he plays, but obviously he's sort of like a gang. We have a crime boss, which has a lot of power, and obviously just decides to team up with Boyd. To stop down any corruption, of course. Anthony Anderson, who plays his lackey, is actually quite funny. He does supply the comic relief though with Anderson. He's a great funny guy. He is. He does lighten the mood in films when he's in, and he's and he does it very good. The comedy that he does is not sort of in your face very much. It's subtle now and again. It's not. It's all written for laughs very much, but not deliberately. If you know what I mean. It's sort of there, but it's not right in your face. And of course, Isaac Washington does an okay performance, I do think. The stonework, of course, and the fight scenes, absolutely fantastic. The opening scene with the mayor, with the assassination, is quite nice. Bit decent, a little bit, I guess, in sort of like Tom Clancy type style, if you know what I mean. And obviously, the fight scenes including Boyd and the was it the sort of carjackers, the vandals or something, waiting to attack them outside the counselling place where he is early in the film as well, and also the famous fight scenes, of course, with the helicopter and DMX defeating a guy with a nail sticking out and obviously penetrated the throat, and obviously Steven Seagal trying to stop one of the main antagonists from fleeing away into a helicopter by, it's sort of, basically in sort of Tim Burton Batman style, which he gets hold of the ladder, then traps them, or gets the ladder stuck, and then the main antagonist falls to its death in a horrible, gruesome death. That's how it is. That's how it's played. The music, of course, I think DMX had a little hand in the music as well. It's sort of hip-hop influence. It has the industrial type sound. It sort of works well sometimes with the action cues, especially in the club, which does work. It does suit the film nicely, and I think also I think it's a chase scene, I think, if I'm possibly right. Maybe not. But the music just sort of works perfectly alright, in the film. And listen on its own, probably not one to listen to. If you like hip-hop music and if you're into DMX, that's fine, So Exit Wounds basically is, I do enjoy this actually. I do enjoy this film. I do sometimes tend to go back and watch it, and yeah. So where did this film come from? An interesting thing. A lot of years ago, back when, well, I'm from Cumbria, back when Lancaster had HMV, which has been turned into a Morrison now, and that's been closed quite recently, just quite recently actually, and going through different managements, different shops at the moment. But where HMV used to be in Lancaster, my dad got me a box set, a Steven Seagal's box set that contains 8 films, and those were Nico, Above the Law, Under Siege 1 and 2, Ex Glimmerman, Executive Decision, Fire Down Below, and Exit Wounds. Quite a big box set. I've still got it actually after all these years. I've still kept it, and Exit Wounds is one of them. It's all brought, and I find it quite enjoyable. I think all the rest of the films in that box set were quite enjoyable too, but this one actually was more. That's more sort of grounded into corruption for me. It was grounded. It was to do with corruption and sort of the way the world was going. You know, the way, especially in America, very much, and it all works all right. And I think that's all I've got. So that's my review of Exit Wounds, and I'll see you for the finale of Series 1. I'll see you soon.